What if I missed it when I threw it right there? It'd be like this.
What?
You're very
Thank you. I was sitting here with your eraser. Yeah. How should I do?
Hey, what?
What we want me tomorrow? You know they would have probably sabotaged if they were. Hey, Brandon. Oh, yeah. Hey, Shannon, can you listen to you?
He likes white over black because I had a black Chromebook. He was like, oh, why you got a black Chromebook? What's wrong with a black Chromebook?
It's like they got a
I like jelly on my toast.
Oh, for real?
I'm about to follow you.
Oh, don't follow that.
But I'll
like as soon as you get home.
as soon as you get home, text you. As soon as you get home, text me.
I can't.
She got a fun turkey.
Yep, that is great.
You got caught?
Mr. Rainer has it right there.
Well, I put the hand in the
Are you going to fuse? Are you going to fuse?
I don't get it.
Alright, you guys. Today, we're going to talk about surface areas. And I'm going to give you a sheet of paper and then a ruler, and we're going to look at these. Hey there, you guys. How you doing?
I was so good.
I'm so glad. I was so good.
Alright,
Alright, so the surface area, by definition, surface area is the sum of all the surfaces. I don't teach it as a formula per se. I teach it as a concept. Okay? So the first one we're looking at, don't worry about the front. It was supposed to be something else, but I mean it's small. Well, no, turn it over. You're not supposed to look at that side. You're just using the back side. You guys, you're not supposed to be using the side, the front side. Just use the back side.
Somebody keeps
Tell me everything that has it. Yeah, we just use it for paper.
Cooper. Not horrible.
No, you don't have to try to squint your eyes to see those little shapes. Since we finished our exponents yesterday, I thought we would start with this today. So this is a key. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down, Isaac. Sit down. She's bringing it over. saw him earlier today. Jim came out to get his book bag.
In the library.
He was like all the way on his phone.
Justin.
He like
In the library.
No, he was stupid.
He was like
Okay, what happened?
All right. I want you in a cube. Let's see if I have a cube in this box. This is a cube. I want you put the rulers down. Put the rulers down. There's a reason for it. I want you to imagine that you cut this apart, and what would you end up with? Flatten this out. Okay, you need to look at this, pass it around. So I want you to draw. You don't have to connect them, but what would they look like? Let me check and see what Maurice says. What would it look like if I flatten that picture out? How many sides would I have? 6. Okay, so you need to make sure you have that. You have 6 sides. Your pictures on. Your mom like your pictures on. Okay? So, the reason I give you the paper, I don't want you trying to squint to look at the side with the figures on it. That was, I printed them too small. So, I just used this for scratch paper. Turn over. How would this look if I flatten it out? If I cut that square, that cube out that I sent around, put that away, Connie. How would it look? How many sides would I have? Every side is a what?
Square.
Every side is a square, so that's gonna help. Now, I told you we gotta talk about someone bright idea in the year that we change dismissal. Okay? So here's what they told me. You cannot open that door until after dismissal. Dismissal. Okay, let me get sure. Let me make sure. Let me read the email from the principal.
What are we doing with
Is this from now on or
This is from now on. From the
Oh,
point on. Okay?
Oh my God. It was outside.
I heard that Maurice was talking about her and Tyrese got mad.
Oh yeah, hey, Maurice like.
Hey,
Hey,
no.
Tyrese, hey, no.
I'll know that the Maurice got mad. I'll like
All right, so
Did they
listen.
actually fight?
I'm trying to find the email. Who needs the cube? Y'all close your mouth so I can remember what I'm
Anyways, so why is Maurice not here?
because he's mad.
All right, listen up. Listen. That means close your mouth. You can't talk and listen at the same time. Corbin, move your seat. You know you're supposed to. All right, so listen. This is from the principal, Dr. Gary. He said, we will try a new procedure for dismissal in an attempt to eliminate the number of students that are in the halls until after the first group of buses. Okay, in halls prior to their mode of transportation being called. Please keep your door closed at the end of the day and do not dismiss any student until after the first group of buses, car riders, workers, and students involved in after-school activities have been called and the intercom has been turned off. We will have administrators in the hall sending students back to class that enter the hall prior to the announcement. So, again, all right, there are things that are beyond my control, okay? My rule is in this room. From what they're telling me, this school belongs to them. Do not open the door until when they come on to dismiss the buses. Not at the beginning. You can't start filing out the rooms when he comes on until they get finished with that announcement.
Yes, ma'am. We can't leave like.
Yeah,
You don't
was
the
using
right
my
side of
right.
paper.
I was using mine right. You were handling that. Thank you.
You're using yours right. You hadn't even started. So you know it. Oh, okay. That's very small, Jada. We actually need to be able to see inside of it. We ain't did nothing.
It's terrible.
All right.
On
So again, pretty much from my understanding, okay, they come on and they say, the following buses are in line, and they call them. Yeah, they make this whole list of numbers, okay? Then he says, again, before he cuts the intercom off, he calls the buses again. You still can't open the door. Then he says, car riders, walkers, and then he cuts the intercom off. That's when you can start leaving.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? They don't want the door open.
I'll be the guard.
Okay? What?
We're good.
After school's don't dismiss until everyone is gone anyway. Okay, mouth closed. Let's move on. So, if I took this cube, and I'm imagining that it's 4 inches by 4 inches, because a cube, by definition of a cube, all sides are equal. I would have, and usually when I draw mine, you guys, I don't connect them all the way. I'm going to have a square. And how many squares am I going to end up having?
6.
So about 4 down the center, correct? Because you just want it to fold. And everybody, yours don't have to be the exact same as mine, okay? Make sure that's a net. I'm not really that particular about how the net looks. For some people, I saw Jada had hers where she had 5 down the middle and then 1 on the side. And that's fine. As long as that's what makes the shape. The cube is the easiest one to find the surface area for. Why? Because it's
All equal.
everything is equal. Okay? So how do you find the area of a cube? No, how do you find the area of a cube? Okay, how do you find the area? Multiply what? Right. No, not length times width times height. No.
Jacob, why would you tell me that?
What?
Length times width.
I haven't opened my mouth at all yet.
Okay?
You just
Surface
did.
area.
No.
You just did.
Area is.
Area is length times width.
See, that's what I'm
Volume
saying.
is length times width times height. Okay?
I didn't say anything.
All right.
Once
So you
again,
can't.
you just said.
You guys, I don't want you talking to each other. Okay? So, basically, I know that every side in this figure is how many inches?
4
So, every length and width is 4 inches. Put 4 inches everywhere on here because that's what it is. So, for this particular cube, everything is 4. That means the area of each one of these squares is what? Right. So the area of each one is 16. Area equals 16 inches squared. 16 inches squared. 16 inches squared. 16 inches squared. Because all the sides are equal, therefore all the areas of each face, so this is each face of the cube, is 16 inches squared. So, thank you. Alright? So the surface area of this cube is the sum. Surface area. And I only find surface area 3-dimensional figures. Yes, Jacob, don't ask me what about.
I'm not. So like, why is it gonna be like squared and cubed?
The reason why my dimensions are squared is because I'm multiplying inch times inch. And if you remember, when we were talking about exponents, if I have like bases, I add my exponents. So I have 4 inches times 4 inches, or in other words, 4 inch in here squared. Okay? So that's 6 kind of like ties in what we just did. Okay. All right, so surface area is basically the sum of all surfaces. So that means I'm doing 16 how many times? 6 times. 2, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So in other words, it's 6 times 16, which is 36 carried to 3, 96 inches squared. Okay, you will hear them say, how much wrapping paper is needed? Well, 96 square inches is needed. Okay, that's how you find the surface area of a cube. That's the easiest one. All you do is find the area of each one of the spaces or bases. Like I said, you just make sure you turn them around and make sure you got all the pieces. You know, if it's a cube, it got 6 different pieces. So every one of them, I have to find the area. Well, the area is 4 times 4, 16. So this one is 16, 16 plus 16 plus 16 plus 16 plus 16. That's 16 6 times. So you can add it, but the easy way to do quick repeated addition is to multiply. So I'm multiplying, I'm adding 16 6 times. Okay? All right, I want you to try it with this. Now, you can draw the picture if you like. You don't have to draw the picture. If it helps you, you can just say, well, I know that I'm going to have how many different squares? I'm going to have 6. And you don't have to put them in a certain order. The order of them is not important. The fact that you have 6 of them is important. Yes, you can.
Good job.
All right, you guys turn your calculators into your den teachers.
Yes, ma'am.
Tomorrow, Friday, and Monday. Monday's the last day. Well, you guys Chromebook. All my math programs on the Chromebook, and Chromebook has calculators. Okay, Kaya. If you plan to use a calculator on the test next week, it needs to be turned in. You can't, no, you cannot bring it that day. If you don't turn your calculator in by Monday, you won't use a calculator. Monday coming. This is Wednesday, so the next month, yes. Not the Monday that's passed. You can't go back and do this, okay? You can't time travel. Back to the future.
I wish.
Mm-hmm.
I wish you go fast and whatever screws I made.
So find the area of each piece. This one again is a cube. Cubes are very, very easy. Because every side is the same.
It's like a newer one. Like
Your it couldn't work. That's the funny test.
No, it broke really bad.
No, it's not.
So they just
No, look,
yeah, the
it's
screen
the-
is cracked. It's the newer version, not the older version.
It's just silver.
Y'all don't stop breaking your Chromebooks because you have using the same Chromebooks.
Yeah, for real.
It's not fair.
You can always do that. That's the goal. The goal is that everybody brings their own.
Just throw your
Oh,
Chromebook.
good one.
Just throw your Chromebook on the ground.
And do your work, Isaac.
Yeah, Isaac. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone does do their work, please. I'm gonna have to write people up today.
Just kidding me. That's a soul.
I'm supposed to look for that child and still get.
In the library. You a talk to somebody, don't you?
What you need to do is
Bringing all-
why are you talking when I'm giving you a problem? Close your mouth and work. Work. Stop talking, Mackenzie. Mackenzie.
Yeah.
Bless you. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, he didn't come to class. 4 o'clock.
He's here.
He was walking along.
That might be why. You guys, cut it out.
Like 2 minutes before the bell, I said,
All right. Well, I just want to make sure they weren't supposed to be here and what. All right. So surface area. What's 8 times 8?
164. No.
So this one is 64. This one is 64. This one is 64.
Read it.
64. So, all right. Surface area, and you can use a capital S and a capital A, is equal to 64 plus 64 6 times. Surface area. You can't define the area of a flat figure. That's why I tell you to flatten out. And the surface area of three-dimensional figure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So surface area is equal to 6 times 64, which would give me 6 times 4 is 24, carry the 2. 6 times 6 is 36 plus 2 is 384 inches squared. Okay? That one is simple. Those two that we just talked about were simple. But what happens when I have a rectangular prism? What kind of pieces will I have?
6.
I still have 6 pieces, but they're going to look different.
you're gonna have 4. You're gonna have 4.
Right,
rectangles
good
and
job.
2 squares.
I'm gonna have a top and a bottom. So I have that top up there, and I'm gonna have one that matches that. Nope, I'm gonna have 2 that matches that. Okay, then I have the front. All right, and it doesn't make a difference if it's perfect. And I have one in the And I have one that matches that. It's not a square by definition of a square, all sides are equal. And according to those numbers, they're not equal, okay? So my measurements end up being a little different here. Even though you can't see them, you have to imagine in your head, this figure is not floating away in space, okay? So it has to be closed up. It's still going to have 6 tops. So we're going to call this the top. And this one is the bottom. Because they'll match, okay? Then I have the front. And then I have the back. Okay? Then I have the right side. And I have the what? You need to find the measurements that need to go. I'm not even asking you to find the area of them right now. I just want you to find me the measurements that go with these. So put the numbers in the right space.
Oh, I know how to do this.
Area. How do you find the area of a rectangle? That's not a 7th grade standard. Area of a rectangle is not a 7th grade standard. I can prove it to you. I don't know. My son has done area already of a square. So, and he's in 3rd grade. So I doubt that it's 5th grade. If I look into geometry, these are all scale factors, triangles, quadrilaterals. Construct special, they want to talk about trapezoid, isosceles trapezoid, rhombus, parallelogram, and rectangle. Given specific angles and sides, but never said anything about the area. Down here, I'm at 7GM. Apply the concept of 2- and 3-dimensional figures to real world and mathematical understanding. Understand that the concept of area is applied to 2-dimensional. Understand the concept of volume and surface is applied to 3-dimensional. Decompose, which means break it down, cubes, right rectangular prisms, which one we're doing, and right triangular prisms into rectangles and triangles to derive the formula for volume and surface area. Use the formulas for area, volume, and surface area appropriately. So that's what we're doing now. Okay? We're breaking these down into parts so that we can figure out how to find the surface area. Okay. The top. How long is the top? Jada.
What did you do with 11 times 6?
Okay. So let's look at this for a minute. Okay, the top is here, Jada. The 11 is right.
I'm at
Right.
it was
Okay. The 11 is right. So this long side is 11. And this line matches with this line. Okay. And that's 5.
and then the other one.
Okay, let me let Kenzie. Kenzie, the front, this one right here. What's the measurements of this one? Not by 5. This one.
I mean,
A 6.
How long is this one?
11.
6 by 11. It goes across. I'm talking about this one right here. Let me show you if I can find something to color in. So I'm talking about this one. I'm talking about this piece right here. Okay. This rectangle right here. This is the one I'm talking about. Okay. You wonder why you don't learn anything. And this is why. Don't ever go and say this woman didn't teach me this. No, just say I didn't pay attention when she was trying to teach me.
why are all the sides different?
And then you have this side. What's the measurements? Yeah, all of them. This one right here, this little one is 6 by 5. Okay.
How is the front and the back not the same?
The front and the back are the same. The front is 11 by 6 and the back is 11 by 6.
Why is it
The top, Jada, which is this one. The top here is the same as the bottom. So we have this one, which is 11 by 5, 11 by 5, and there's a matching one on the bottom here. You just want to see. I have a front, which is 11, and it goes up 6, 11 is 6, and I have a matching one back there. Then I have sides. I have sides, and this side is 5 by 6. Again, to find the area, I have to find the area of each piece, okay? So 5 times 11 is what?
5 times 11 is 55.
So this is 55 centimeters squared. 55 centimeters squared. So all I do is look at the numbers now. Then I have the front and back, which were red. 66 centimeters squared. 66 centimeters squared. Then I have the sides.
30.
30.
It add up to 302.
I just want the.
So I can't use the same formula for the one I just came up with for this cube. Surface area for this one is actually different. I now just add all these up. 55 plus 55 plus 66 plus 66 plus 30 plus 30. All right? Surface area, I know that these two is going to give me 110. These two, 133, 132. And the last two will be 60. Just in case you didn't have a calculator, you need to be able to figure it out on your own. Because you got a calculator portion in a test and a non-calculator. When the non-calculator portion comes, you have to give your calculator back. There is another code. So don't think, well, I'm going to use my calculator on both. No, you're not. Because to get to the other section, you have to give the calculator back and you got to get another code from the teacher.
You are hilarious.
Surface area. I'm not trying to be funny.
No, I'm just saying, you're just naturally.
I know what you think. I'm just going to say what my pre-hour was like. What you mean I won't have my calculator for non-calculator?
Right now.
Why would they give you a calculator for a non-calculator course? You're going to do homework. You're trying to find a sheet. I might give you these, I'm going to find them. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3.
We appreciate
1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I want you to do the ones that have SA. Don't worry about the B. We'll do that one later. That is volume. We'll come back to that in a minute. Surface area. Find the surface area of each one. Remember, we just did one. We came up with a short kind of formula. You first got to find the area of one face and then multiply that by 6. No, not 12 times 6. Nope, you already doing it wrong. You got to do 12 times 12 first. And then multiply that by 6. And that little symbol is active. The one space is feet, and with the 2 little asterisks, apostrophes, or whatever it is, that's inches. So you write the answer on the paper you're with now. Don't do the one that says B. Just do the ones that say SA. stop playing and you need to work.
Yes.
Again, all the playing that you do, and then you wonder why your education is lacking. All right, are we ready?
Yes, ma'am.
That's it.
So what do I have to do with number one?
Yeah. Okay, so you have 5 times 12,
Mm-hmm.
which gives you 124,
Mm-hmm.
and then you multiply 124 times 6.
Right.
And then you get
Basically,
Yes,
that's what you're
girl.
gonna do. We're gonna do
Yes.
12 times 12. Because the sides of a cube, and that's why they only give you one measure, are the same schedule length times width. And that's 12 times 12, which is 144. And then you take 144 and you multiply it times 6, because there's 6 different sides. And your answer ends up being, what was it, David?
864.
864 feet squared. This symbol here with the one asterisk, or what is it, apostrophe, means feet in math. Corbin, number 6 over here. You did that one?
Yes.
What's that one?
We're gonna do 5 times
5 times 5.
5 equals 25.
Right.
25.
25 times. Did you just have an instant voice change or something?
No,
Oh.
I'm trying to tell them.
150. So this symbol, the 2 little asterisks, actually means inches. So 150 inches squared. So we're going to skip number 2 and number 7. And number 3, Matthew. That's a big one.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. 24 times 24 times 6, which gives you what?
3,000.
Okay. Volume 8, volume number 4, number 9. Kyle. 13 times 13. Okay, and then what do I do with 169?
And then you multiply that by 2.
Not 2.
I get 6.
And I get what?
1,014.
1,000. Oh, I said 1,014.
Alright. And again, that's inches squared. And I have one more. Kristen. 70 times 70, which is what?
49,000.
4,900. Okay, times what? Times 6, which gives me 29,400 inches squared. Okay?
That's a lot of inches.
Now, that is not all right, pause for a minute. Let's cover this really quick. Volume of a cube. How do you find the volume of a cube? Jacob?
Multiply length times width times height.
Right. Volume is length times width times height. In this, a cube is easy because it's the same number. 8 times 8 times 8.
500.
So volume equals 512 feet. 512 feet squared. So now fill in the ones that we skipped. Oh,
Yes, ma'am.
you notice that they're showing 3 numbers. So you just multiply those 3 numbers with those numbers.
Yes, ma'am.
Do what, all the numbers?
Yes.
Times 6?
No, 140.
No.
Alright.
Volume doesn't involve times 6. It's not 6 spaces. We're just doing length times width times height.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, no.
Thank you.
Guys.
Yay.
What boy?
Oh, it seemed like you were.
Guys.
There you go. Brainwash.
Guys, I really don't even understand why I'm hearing your mouth.
Oh, I'm sick.
You see why you get so many times all the time?
I'll tell you, she just don't know my vibe.
Oh, you know what? I made a mistake in number 2.
What?
Should it be squared?
What do you
know?
It should be
It
cute.
should be cube. Just notice that.
What?
Because I'm doing 3 different
I knew
things.
that.
I'm doing feet times feet times feet, so that's 3.
Is that why it has
So this, all I need to do is put a cube here, 3.
So wherever it says volume,
My exponent there should be 3.
screwed up.
Yeah, my unit is just my numbers are right. This is no. Are we ready?
Yes, ma'am. For what? Oh, yeah.
Chew out, bro. No.
You can't control me.
I told you Number 7. Who has number 7?
Me.
Isaac.
It's 64 inches squared. Cubed.
Calm down. Volume is equal to length times width times height. Volume is equal to 4 times 4 times 4. So volume is 64. Number 8. Corbin?
Okay. So it's gonna be 216 feet cubed.
216 feet cubed. All right. Length, width, height. Volume is equal to 6 times 6 times 6. And yes, you get 216.
I want to do 4.
Let's see. Go ahead, Tristan. Yes. 15,625 inches cubed. That volume equals length times width times height. So it's 25 times 25 times 25. Number 10, Matthew.
Big copy.
So we have volume equals length times width times height. Volume equals 3 times 3 times 3. All right. That is pretty much the lesson today. Your homework tonight is action on digits. It's on surface area of rectangular prism.
It was
only like 5 hours.
No, it's 10.
No, that is science is on that.
Really? Yeah.
Push it down.
I
You're pushing it down a little bit.
Right now in math class?
Why y'all? Wait,
She did what's on her calculator.
aren't you gonna need your calculator for your homework?
Don't let me stop that.
Don't run me over.
Yeah.
I'll see you at 4. Hey, we don't touch this. Ready for you.
Oh, like that!
Look at the
Pants, look at everyone else. Where'd you get the video from?
It's all up. And I'm not
How do you look at her right now?
you
You just want to look at everyone. She's the girl who's trying to fit in. Oh my god. That's like Brandon.
Bro, like, oh my god.
Pick it up, teriyaki chicken. Isaac, does that belong to you? In the bag.
I'm helping him.
And
What do you look up? Teriyaki chicken.
I'll look that up. So which one is you? Ew, Chapin the first food. Nobody
That's like the Pressy Rich kids.
that nobody likes.
You watch out.
crazy.
Right.
He was always like funny. He always like laughing at everything, you know?
Yeah.
Chill about everything.
Sit down. Sit down.
Jacob,
Jacob,
told me.
Cooper, sit down. Are you trying to get into the room?
Big old shit, man. I'm in there with people. Big old shit, see?
I know I was very specific. I didn't say, okay, it's time, it's over. You just run around the room and do what you want to do.
She said you get your Chroma account and get your work.
I surely did. Thank you, Nicholas.
Oh,
There's the one time.
What? I said right here.
Yeah.
Savage.
Right here, right.
Nasty how you gonna watch Chapin Kids.
Did Mr. Mark show y'all that?
It'd be funny, right?
Yes. Playground.
Say that. Say that.
He was like,
Al,
and every time they stop talking, the freaking kid just smacked him. He was like, stop thinking that people are going to attack you. Don't attack him.
No.
I got it.
Hey, ever. Hey.
Oh my God, yeah.
You know, the sheets, right?
That's all right.
Yeah, yeah, I got it.
It'd be funny, right?
Hey, Cooper, tell the joke about how you
Again,
did.
I asked you to work on your homework. I didn't say run around the class. I didn't say have conversations about what you're habit about. I asked you to work on your homework.
Welcome to Lowe's. I didn't ask why.
Dude, I would definitely try turkey on top.
Who cares?
nobody asked.
Still talking.
I mean, oh my goodness. Nicholas, why are you at my
Hey,
Oh, thank you, going. No, I'm not. I had called you.
hey, Cooper.
No.
You know what's faster than a bullet? The toilet.
Savani.
Roman just looked up with such.
That's toilet.
I want to dress up Savani. I want to
The
dress up
toilet.
Savani.
I told you No, we are not in that. No.
You picking on Big Bird? Oh, are you picking on Big Bird?
He did his whole wrong shit.
Right in here, this is.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, I want to get that too. No, bro, it's 327. 327. I don't care. I guess it's worthless. $200 in the back for Big Bird.
Another thing that happened.
You were just like,
When did this happen? Back in the future?
Yesterday.
Back in the future.
Cooper.
Back
I want to go back.
That's a movie.
I said back.
You're still talking.
I look at my costume again.
All right. So you have.
How do you know?
Why y'all laughing? This is not
How
fair.
do you know an Asian person furniture?
That's gonna be.
I was just
I'm gonna be.
Your house is nice and tidy, your computer software will be updated, and 2 hours later, you're still trying to back out of the driveway.
I don't get that last part.
Timothy.
What should I be cooking on?
What is the last part?
Cooper.
9
Found the Jacob 11. No, those are the programs.
Stop. That side right there.
These are the PGA boards.
Here you go. These are the clothes.
Shoes that they wear.
Oh.
Those shoes that they
No,
wear.
that's very specific.
Yeah, I know, right?
You're not writing anything down.
Like back in the day, it could have been like 2008.
You're not writing.
Oh.
Back in the day, it could have been yesterday.
Give me about that.
So, you're gonna have to put triangles, the height of the triangle.
So what secrets you hiding, Kamani? Why did you just ask him?
He knows
What?
Did you add it all up? I don't see what you're putting on. You can't do it all at the time. Just do, I'm fine, Jada. That's why it's wrong, because you're doing it wrong.
Because you won't have
You guys, you can't do this homework without paper and pencil. You're gonna have to do paper and pencil. I'm not gonna come up with I'm not gonna show you a quick way to do it. You gotta do exactly what we did. You gotta break this figure down into its separate parts, add them all up, and then find the answer. Just because you got a crumb in front of you don't mean that you gotta work. You can't do it. Where's the sheet that I gave you the first one? You gotta draw that. You don't have to draw it, you need to remember that you got a front and the back, left side, right side, top and bottom. That's why you
Come on.
Mine is gonna be kicked out of class. I know, you're not doing anything you're supposed to do. You're not doing homework.
for 6.
What was he doing?
He was
I
doing
think
that.
people love to say they're not doing anything and think that that's appropriate. No, you're supposed to be doing something. You're supposed to be working on your homework. You're supposed to be working on something. You can read, but you're not playing.
Ready?
Stay seated.
3 seconds of freedom.
Stay seated.
Mr. Crunch trying to say daddy. You know that hard to say daddy the way it's happening?
Paper.
What?
$5,300. What are those?
I don't know, but they're really cool.
How much are they?
They're Mr. Krabs.
$5,300.
Three.
I'll be gone.
1. 15.
13.
14,
That's me.
10, and 19. One more time.
Quiet.
2,
Really teriyaki chicken is curry.
1, 15, 13,
Fruit?
16,
Oh, Jordan loves this fish.
14, 10, and 19.
The picture?
Walters and Ashton.
Oh, search up awesome photo.
No.
You got awesome screen.
Now we can go.
Now the interview.
There's a lion.
Isaac, come on.
Oh,